You will never know how important it is to find yourself if you didn't lose it in the first place. I grew up in a well-to-do family and had little of what every guy in my age would want. Soccer, I was good at that, just not brilliant. Humor, I wasn't that funny, but wasn't boring either. And I had a decent look. Not the Prince Charming one, but I was normal. I wasn't everything, nor nothing. But being a teenager back then felt as if you have to be everything. You have to be extra talented, handsome, wealthy, for you maybe can get the chance to be considered as someone. Obviously, I wasn't. I was lost. I couldn't label myself. Didn't know how to stand up and prove myself among my peers. That's where I started losing myself, when I started thinking that I am no one. And someone who believes he is nothing, belongs nowhere, has also nothing to lose. I wanted to do something exceptional, stand and brag out about, to show that I am a man, or that's how it seemed from where I was standing. So I chose the easiest of ways. I started smoking. I was feeling special, different, and even proud. And I felt a kind of relief from having to be the good guy. Why would I be good while being bad is cooler? I get driven by my pleasures. My father later on knew that I was smoking because I couldn't keep it off him. I felt that I need to be honest toward him, and I got sick of hiding the whole matter of him. Ethics and studies were very important, a red line to my family. Anyhow, I told my father that I am smoking since a month or so, and I'm not willing to stop it. He advised me to cut it off and told me all about the negative effect it has on my health, but didn't oblige me to do anything. One of the things that I adored about my father, that he believed each will suffer the consequences of his actions alone. He does his part, which was advising in this case, but never imposes anything on anyone. And honestly, it crossed my mind many times that the person I was becoming isn't me and doesn't reflect who I am. But I was drowned in my pleasures. They were becoming addictions and I was losing the lead. Since studies were a priority, I had to be an A student, and that was fruitful. I got the chance to continue my studies in the United States, at California exactly. The same lifestyle went on there for about 2 more years. Fun, nightlife, smoking, and many other actions I truly regret today. But this one night, an idea just constantly crossed my mind but didn't leave it. Until one, I asked myself, How long would it take being a slave to my pleasures, aimless and purposeless? I don't want to be this person after 20 years from now. Now I look back at that time and wonder what made me so sure that I will live for more than 20 years. We humans are so greedy and arrogant, aren't we? I decided to change. So I started with what seemed the first main step: praying. My first prayer after all those years. Since I stopped for many years, even before I wasn't very regular and committed. But this first prayer felt different. And I felt the depth of each verse I recited. I still, until today, try to reach that feeling again. However, it wasn't that easy. I was used to such a harmony between my brain and my heart. It suddenly isn't the case anymore. It was hard to resist myself, its desires, and this struggle went on for too long. I believe until today. And I think that this is what is it about this journey of life. We are meant to reach that harmony which will eventually lead to the inner peace. I finally finished my studies and came back to my hometown and started working in my father's business. And things went along like that for more 6 years. All that I cared about is my job and my own self. It felt as if I was trying to make up for all the years I have spent neglecting my true identity. In those years, I have dived more into myself and became more aware of who I am and what I want. And I realized that each addiction I had was a way to escape something, a psychological issue maybe, but it was to escape something. To end your struggle with your addiction, you have to realize first, what is it that you are escaping of? End it. End it, and only then you will be able to get rid of this addiction for good. After those 6 years, I got an offer from a friend to volunteer in the help on making a TV show that was mainly about the Arabic youth and the social issues they go through. I was delighted for being part of something I wished it existed when I was younger. And this show was a real growth opportunity to me. I got into the media field and hosted my very first own TV program. Khawatir. Khawatir for 11 years in a row stood for inspiring people, especially the youth, to read, to learn, and to be all that they can be while remaining true to themselves and their identities. There, the journey of someone being a burden on society to someone who is hopefully an inspiration for each young person that at some point felt alone, lost, and hopeless. I think by now you know who we are talking about. Ahmed Shigeri. Ahmed Shigeri today is considered as one of the most influential characters in the Arab world. He crossed a road that many of you might relate to at one point or another. For what matters, You have to remember there is only one truth in your life. It is the one that is based on your choices, on who you are and who you want to be. Don't let anyone else take the lead, or you will end up lost in a land you know nothing about. That was our first episode of Asterism Podcast. Since all of you are new here, I will give you a brief introduction. Asterism Podcast is part of the online program of Asterism Club, where we will try to tackle the different fields, themes, basically a platform to express ourselves and share what we learn with each other. What is Asterism Club? Our club is a scientific club based in Algeria, Saida exactly. Group of ambitious students that volunteered to reach one main goal, which is giving the chance to the students to live a full, interesting, worthy experience in their college life, thus serving themselves in the first place and their society. We will be meeting weekly. For now, take care, stay home, stay safe, please, and have a good night. And remember to follow always light. See you soon.